And that's just one option that I found using only these 4 strings in this position. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about something you can practice that will make you sound like a real blues player or a rockabilly player right away. I think a lot of people, they just learn the minor pentatonic scale and people say, oh, you're good to go. But I think most of us realize that gets real thin real quick and doesn't really communicate the style. But what you can do to really start to play the style and express yourself in a way that makes sense is to isolate just this one little area and look at these notes that we're going to talk about now. So I'm in B flat, a little tribute to Chuck Berry, and I'm only going to be thinking about these notes here. I might add one more, but I'm going to focus only on those notes for this exact practice routine. A lot of times as a guitar player, you think, oh, I got to learn more. What scale is he using? What chords is he? Sometimes it's better to get really good at one thing and be able to use it in a lot of different situations. So I'm going to make myself practice over a blues in B flat, only using these notes. I think in a previous video I called it the Rockabilly scale or a minor pentatonic with a major third. I probably called it a dominant scale with a flat 3. Doesn't matter what you call it. We're going to use this to outline the chords and really say something in the blues style or a rockabilly style. So let me demonstrate. All right, so I'm not going a lot of places, but staying in this one spot is allowing me to play with the rhythm a little bit, which is a crucial piece of blues and rockabilly music. But you can also outline the chords that are happening. So if I'm in B flat, I'm aware that as I come down, that note is the major third of the 1 chord. This note is the 7th of the 4 chord. I can use that to kind of gauge where I'm going, and when I get to the 5 chord, I can use that 5 there. So what I'm advocating is choose one note that's happening in the chord at that moment and kind of build your solo around that. It will sound super, super cool, and you're basically playing the changes and playing the style. So if I'm thinking of the 1 chord, I could go, sounds like Chuck Berry to me. If it's the 4 chord, I might go, because that's in the E flat 7. Back to the 1. Maybe you have a stock lick. And then on the 5 chord, you can get away with just going to the 5 and go. So you can almost hear the changes in the notes, meaning the chord changes, in the notes that I'm focusing on for my solo. There's the 4 chord. 1, 5, 1. Let's give those notes a try over the music and see what happens. So we got the 1, 4, 5. And that's just one option that I found using only these 4 strings in this position based off the 1 chord. You don't have to learn all the positions right away. You can start playing some great music with just 1 position and 4 strings. There's other spots you could do too. Well, Of course, I got the root here. That was a great place to keep coming back to, clearly. You got one of your rockabilly double stops here, which will say the 4. Honestly, it sounds good over the 1 and the 5 too. These double stops are very useful. Get the flat 5 there. It's gonna sound great too. Really, you got to spend time with it, and it even works on a slow blues. In fact, I suggest trying it on a slow blues because you'll have more time to think about which notes you like over which chord. So we're moving out of this mindset of I'm just going to play one scale over a whole song, which is what like a lot of rock players do, or intermediate lead guitar players do. They think, oh, I'm in one key, I'm just going to play one scale that matches the whole thing. But to really elevate your lead playing, you want to start thinking about what chords are happening, and this is a great entrance to doing that. So let's do it on a slow blues, and we can really see which notes make the biggest difference with our little tiny four-string, one-position pattern. Here's the one. 4. Back to the root of the 1 chord. There's the 5. There's the 4. Back to the root. I keep adding the 5 on the 5th string. Very typical slow blues move to do, but doing that over different tempos will really light you up, because you'll be like, oh man, in those fast tunes I could just keep kind of playing the 1 chord over the whole thing and it sounds pretty good. But those slow tunes, it really shows who's listening to the chord changes and who's doing what. So I hope this gave you a quick way to start accessing the chord changes. And if you've ever heard that phrase, can you play the changes? What they're saying is, are you outlining the notes of the chords? Are you saying something about what's happening harmonically? Or are you just doing kind of a run-on sentence with just this one scale that kind of works over the whole thing? Neither one is wrong. We're not talking about right or wrong. We're talking about different types of improvisation and different ways to keep your improvisations going. If you're just going to play one scale over the whole thing, or you're just going to burn your hot licks that you know over the whole thing, eventually you're going to run out of stuff to say, and it's going to get really thin. It's going to start to sound just not as interesting. So one more time, I'll do the slow blues again, and this time I will just play a little bit and see which notes of my little pattern really sound good to me. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Hit me with a comment. Please subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to see. And, thanks for watching.